Rip off those granite countertops. Get rocks and stones or chunks of concrete if they are available. If you feel you have the time, a couple of hours maybe, you can start piling dirt from the outside around you or pile it up against the house in the corner where your shelter will be. If you run out of room in the room you are in, continue piling it in the surrounding rooms. You are shooting for about 100 pounds of stuff per square foot around you. You will obviously have to leave an entrance, but don't make the path straight. Make it at a 90-degree angle, as you see here. This is because gamma rays travel in straight lines for the most part. You should prepare yourself mentally that you might have to spend up to 2 weeks in this shelter. Don't worry about storing 2 weeks' worth of food inside the shelter. After a few days, it will be safe to go to other parts of your house or building for a short period of time to get other foods. If they are in a sealed container, they should be safe to eat. Once the fallout starts to arrive, get in your shelter. Stay inside for at least the first 48 hours. Don't leave for anything. After the first 48 hours, you can venture out for a minute or two at most to get more food or get rid of waste. Each day after, you will probably spend more and more time out of the shelter, but continue to spend the entire time possible inside the shelter. If this was a single event, I would use the emergency radio inside your bug-out bag on when it is safe to leave. If you don't have one, stay in your shelter for 2 weeks. So what does doing these things do to your level of exposure? Let's compare this to what I
on the reel. He was just talking about in your bug-out bag, your emergency radio. You can look up a little radio called a Bofang. They're little Chinese radios, and they're actually two-way radios, so you can talk on them. You can also tune them in to get AM or the weather station. No, you can't get AM. You can get FM on them because they're UHF, VHF. But they're programmable, so it works like a scanner. And for $30, I think everybody needs one in their bug-out bag. I've got like 6 of them. I got one for every one of the kids because I keep bug-out bags for everybody here. That's on the reel.
Feel would be a comparable event most likely to happen in 2013. A terrorist nuke or a North Korean bomb. We can use data from the Trinity test because it was a surface burst more or less that would be comparable in size to these two current threats. On July 16, 1945, the United States exploded the first nuclear weapon. It was a 20-kiloton device on top of a 100-foot tall tower. The fireball touched the ground, vaporizing some of the sand, and sucked it up into the fireball. Here is a map of the fallout that was recorded from the event. Notice 75 roentgens per hour was recorded at 1 hour after the explosion out to 10 miles. If you were 10 miles downrange with a 10-mile-an-hour wind facing you, your dose would start at 75 roentgens an hour. About an hour and a half outside would give you the 100 Roentgen dose we are trying to stay under. 3 or 4 hours and your risk of death would start climbing rapidly. Let's say your improvised shelter was able to halve the radiation by 5 times. Your exposure for the first hour would be cut down to just over 2 Roentgens an hour, from 75 Roentgens down to 2. If your improvised shelter provided only 2 halving thicknesses, your first hour dose would only be 19 rems. In other words, with 5 halving thicknesses, you could spend 50 hours in a shelter before receiving a potentially lethal dose, and with 2 halving thicknesses, you could spend 5 hours. Remember that 7-10 rule. The radiation is dropping as time passes. That 75 Roentgens per hour will be 7.5 in 7 hours. If you had been outside, you probably would have received a possibly lethal dose. Inside, the dose you received may not...
This man is all about getting his rims. That's what I'm telling you. Are you hearing this? He's all about it. It's all right. I don't judge.
Not even show any symptoms. This brings us to the end of the third part of the series. Please note that so far I have shown you how to increase your chances of survival with little or no preparation. I have a feeling that most of you watching might invest a little more time and money in preparation. There will be a final video for those not willing to prepare beyond basic knowledge called Emerging from the Shelter and Living with Radiation. For the rest of you, I am going to continue the series on preparation with things you can do right now to prepare for an event such as this. Things like making a radiation meter or a real fallout shelter. Thanks for watching the Tin Hat Ranch channel, and please subscribe.
I don't know. That's some pretty exciting shit, Monkey. I know you're kind of into the sci-fi like me, and I know what happens after nuclear wars. Do you remember watching Orson Welles' the time machine. Yeah, you get into that Morlocks and what was it? The Morlocks and the Miho? I don't know. Anyway, you emerge from your shelter, and all of a sudden you're in some sort of crazy cannibalistic society, and all this shit's got me really depressed. And I'm thinking about the Cold War, nuclear bombs. So I've got to play it. I hope this is the one in the German. I much prefer the German. It's probably not, though. But I've got to do it. Nina 99 Luftwaffe balloons. The Luftwaffe. Come on, Nina. Nina. Oh, look at that. I'm robbing them of their commercials. I shouldn't do that. YouTube's got to pay the bills, too.
Hast du etwas Zeit für mich? Singe ich ein Lied für dich.
It is, Monkey. It is. It's the German.
Von 99 Luftballons auf ihrem Weg zum Horizont. Denkst du vielleicht grad an mich? Dann singe ich ein Lied für dich von 99 Luftballons. Und dass sowas von sowas kommt. Kriegsminister gibt's nicht mehr und auch keine Düsenflieger. Heute zieh ich meine Runden, seh die Welt in Trümmern liegen, hab 'n Luftballon gefunden, denk an dich und lass ihn fliegen.
And I'm back! And that was Nina, 99 Luftwaffe balloons. In the German, mind you. Because I'm all like fucking sophisticated and shit. Yeah, Yeah, I went to my first art gala yesterday with my daughter. That was interesting. Very interesting. My daughter's into art and shit, and I'm supportive of that. I try to be a cultured guy, you know. I do what I can. Anyway, I'm enjoying this nuclear blast shit. I have little fantasies about getting my bomb shelter. That's probably not right. I really probably need to call the VA and talk to somebody about that. But who am I shitting? I ain't going to.
This flag isn't backwards. It's assaulting forward. Born was a nation of independence, who made the choice to make their lives and their families' lives better. Always moving forward, never retreating, never giving up. We carry on that tradition today. Fight on. Break through. Never quit. This flag isn't backwards. It's assaulting forward. We are grunt style, and this will defend.
You're listening to Veteran Radio Syndicate, brought to you by Alpha Outpost. Want the gift that keeps on giving every month that you actually want? Each month, you'll be receiving a box filled with gear that a true American patriot would want. Your first month, you'll be getting the everyday carry. It comes with a badass bag to hold all your gear. So head over to alphaoutpost.com today and grab America by the box.
Comes a time in a man's life that laughter becomes the best medicine. Visit the5b.com today and embrace the Bravo. Titty sprinkles.
Hey everyone, John Burke here. More and more these days we're seeing social justice warriors demand that we conform to their weak-minded way of thinking. Well, if you're like me, I get sick and tired of it. So at ITAgear.com, we are now running clothing that is so damn offensive, it'll send the little snowflakes running for their safe spaces and into the arms of their gender studies professors. So if you like practicing your First Amendment right by wearing offensive clothing, then ITA Gear is just what you're looking for. Let them burn flags, we can wear shirts that trigger them. Once again, that's ITAgear.com, veteran-owned and operated.
You're listening to Veteran Radio Syndicate on VetRS.com. The best in online radio.
All right, and I'm sure everybody that's here is familiar with Veterans Radio Syndicate and what we're about. I really wish I had an audio of a Battle in Distress commercial that I can play, but if there's anybody out there that's listening that's having troubles, I hope you take the time and find Battle in Distress, and there will be somebody there that will talk to you, or any of us. We're very accessible. But I'm just pulling up some stuff. I'd like to find some Battle in Distress things, so I pulled it up here. See if I can find something. J Deuce. Oh, you got Soldier Hard. Okay. Here we go. I'll just play one of these songs. I like them. I can do that. I got buttons. Wish I had a cool name. Why am I Compound Commander? I should have a cool name like Panda or J Deuce or Sabo. I need a cooler name, man.
Hey, yo.
Hey, brother.
What's up?
I really need your help.
I got you, bro.
I mean, like right now, I'm on the edge.
On the way.
You a battle in distress. You will never walk alone. I'll carry you through the flames of hell. My flesh burned through the bone. Through the places where the demons dwell. You're my battle now and always. You will never walk alone. When you call me and need me, I'll be right there in a hurry. Yeah, battle, don't worry. I'll take flights like birdies. It's not a pity party now. We took the same oath. When the battle's in distress, yeah, it's no joke. Some people thinking it's all for asking help when it's hard. It's hard to see through the dark and see through all of the fog. But we are there through it all. It only starts with a call. We are there to carry you and catch you when you fall.
Hey, what's up, Boone?
Hey, Dana, what's shaking?
Hey, we got a battle in distress. He's in the wind. We need to locate him. I put it up on our Facebook page. I've only got 150 people who viewed it because of Facebook's last updates.
Yeah, they're killing us with this new thing. They want everybody to pay. Did you get it up on our app yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna send it out